to unwind.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna try something a little bit different, or not I am gonna try something a little bit different. So up until now, if you've been keeping up with my channel, I've been doing stuff regarding acting. So whether it's being on set with me for a day, about going on an audition with me, or breaking down my numbers as an actress is what I've made on different films and television since I've been a working actor, which is the Jeffrey Owens video. And if you haven't seen that, please check it out. It sort of really dives into what people make and maybe sort of dissipates some of the misconceptions that are out there about, us being millionaires and living in mansions with, pools and stuff, which some of us do, but not all of us do. And that will be linked up above in the card, if I'm correct, which Martha told me. So I think that that's what she said. So in that video, I spoke about wanting to learn how to budget or go on a budgeting journey because I've just been really financially stupid. Even though I've made a decent amount of money some years, I have nothing to show for it. And that's because I never learned how to budget. I never learned how to save, just because I came from a household that was a paycheck to paycheck kind of thing, or they were always like pawning stuff at the end in order to make ends meet. No judgment to my parents, they did what they had to do, but that's kind of in the environment that I grew up in. And now I have to take responsibility for my own bullshit because I'm older, I'm a big girl, and I need to put my big girl pants on and make that change. So I've been watching a lot of budgeting videos for the past few months, and I've been obsessed with them. I'm watching people like Alyssa Nicole, Life and Money, Jen Plans, Michelle, Shea Budgets, and Asia Dang, who if you haven't checked out her channel, please do so. She's very open and honest about her numbers. She's in about $200,000 debt, student loan debt, and I think she's paid off about $40,000 of it, but it's very riveting TV, you guys. Like the fact that she's been able to be so honest with that, and not a lot of people face their true numbers. And that's one of the things that I've been slowly doing myself, wanting to look at my true numbers because I've sort of been afraid and sort of left them off to the wayside. Like if I don't see them, they're not there, but they're there and they're gonna affect my life. And so I just need to deal with them now. So I'm in $22,000 debt right now. $12,000 of that is medical bills because I wasn't on health insurance for a while. And then I have $700 revolving credit, which is $200 for David's bridal card. I got married last year, yay! And I'm finally paying that off in October because I got help from my mom and my stepdad. They've been able to help me pay on it. And then I have my Capital One card, which is $500, so that should be done in December. But I also have old debt. I have old credit cards that I was just stupid, and I'm like, oh, well, I can't pay it, or whatnot. I should have been doing the minimum payments. I was really stupid, so please just always give the minimum payment. Even if you can't pay it off, the minimum payment will keep it from going into collections. And then, so some of it is fraud. Someone opened up an account under my name, not the first time, but they opened an account under my name for a loan for a car in 2016. I didn't learn about it because it didn't make a change in my credit report other than my credit going up. And that's because they were paying on time, and then they finally defaulted in early 2018. And that's when I noticed it, and it dropped my credit score about 80 points, and that's when I found out. So it's some of that, and then I owe money to the IRS. Unfortunately, in 2014, I went to someone that did not know how to do entertainment taxes, and that really affected me because I ended up getting more money than I should have gotten. And then it just bit me in the ass, so I'm paying that off now. So that's part of my debt. I'm including that in part of my debt, but that's about $3,000, and I have monthly arrangements with them. So you'll actually see that in my monthly and bi-weekly breakdown. So that's it. Those are my numbers, my honest numbers. It's a little embarrassing, honestly, because it says that, that I wasn't keeping up on my end of the bargain on certain things, and that's not the kind of person that I want people to think that I am. So I'm owning up to my past mistakes, and hopefully I can take care of them with this new journey that I'm going on. And and hopefully you'll follow my journey and learn from it, learn from my mistakes, and hopefully I'll learn from my triumphs as well. But that's also one other thing that I do want to say, you guys. Disclaimer, I am not a financial guru. I am not a financial advisor or financial planner in any way, shape, or form. What I'm doing is things that I've learned from reading Dave Ramsey, who is a Total Money Makeover book, which is a really great book. If you haven't read it, please do so. I'll link it below. And from what I've learned from these women that I've been watching avidly on YouTube, who also seem to follow his method in one way or another. So what I'm doing is like a mishmash of things. I'm gonna do Dave Ramsey meets YouTubers meets what meets my personal needs as well, because I live in LA, so the cost of living here is really different. I'm also an actress, so there are things that I need in my life that other people don't need in their lives, and they can cut out of their lives. That's not the case for me right now. If for some reason this way doesn't work within the next 3 months, then I'll take a look at those things again and see if there's certain things that I can cut back on. But for now, it's what works for me, so don't knock me on it, guys. It is a preemptive strike against that. So yeah, so today I'm gonna start with stuffing of the envelopes for the last 2 weeks of September, because I did take out money for that, and then I will be caught up coming up in October. And then after that, you'll have monthly budget breakdowns, bi-weekly budget breakdowns. Also, I'm going on a credit repair journey. I got some information from a lender who is a friend of a friend. I'm gonna tackle my credit as well. I was originally gonna do a credit repair company, but I decided against that after reading a lot of the horror stories and reviews. So I'm gonna see if I can tackle it by myself for 6 months. And if I can't, then maybe I'll go ahead and do one of the better reviewed credit repair companies, and we'll see where that goes. So I'll be also uploading videos about that, just so that you can learn some of the tips and tricks that I was told, and hopefully that can help some of you guys out, and hopefully help myself with my credit repair journey. So that's it, folks. That's my honest numbers, and you know, the honesty about like where I'm at with my credit. Hope you guys learned something from this. So yeah, without any further ado, bi-weekly breakdown, and then stuffing envelopes, which is one of my favorite things. It really is. It's totally my jam. Okay, see you in a bit. Hi guys, and I'm back. Okay, so this bi-weekly breakdown is for the last 2 weeks of September. Now I know we're about to be in October tomorrow, but I had already taken out the funds because I wanted to start it before October, and I had the money to do so. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now, and then I'll come back in a few days with the October monthly budget. So again, any of the numbers that you see here, you have to multiply times 2, because that's my actual monthly budget. But since I'm doing it bi-weekly or 2 paycheck system, then it's just going to be half of what I actually need per month. So I hope that's not super confusing. So okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with month. So this is for September. And this is going off of paycheck number 2. And also, pardon my handwriting. I tend to have what you call serial killer handwriting. So yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and start with my fixed expenses. My fixed expenses are my monthly expenses, and that starts off with rent. Now again, because we already are at the end of September, I'm actually going to put in the full amount for this one so that I don't have to keep playing catch up. So that's going to be its full amount, and it's going to, I think 2 more categories are actually going to have that as well. So that's $450. I actually have to write smaller because I have a very small space here. Then we're going to go into Capital One, and that's going to get its full amount of $26. That's the minimum payment. Usually it would be half of this. Then we have Dropbox, and that's coming up soon as well. So that's also going to get its full amount, and that's $10. Then we have Spectrum. Now Spectrum will be split in half, so that is 26 monthly. Now I split that with my husband. So 26 monthly, so my part is $13 for this paycheck. Our internet is actually $50 a month, so but I just split that with him. Then I have my insurance, and that's 67 monthlies, but I'm putting 33 in this one, and then 33 in my next $34 in my next paycheck. Then we have my David's Bridal card, which I'm so happy I'm about to finish paying. So my final payment of that is $110. That's $110 a month. But I'm going to do 55 for this paycheck, and then 55 for the next paycheck, and that should be paid off by October 13th. Then we have Direct TV, and if you hear any noise in the back or any jingles in the back, that's my dogs. They're in the room, in the much cooler room than the living room. So that's $50 monthly, and again, that's another bill that I split with my husband. That's actually $100 a month, but my part is $50, so that's going to be $25 from this paycheck. And then we have the IRS. IRS is $54 a month, but I'm doing $27 from this paycheck. T-Mobile is $100 per month, so that gets $50 in this paycheck. And actually that one might fluctuate. I'm not really sure what it ultimately will be. I was overcharged $50 last month, so we're still trying to figure out what my monthly bill is, because I used to have my sister on my plan and now she no longer is on it. Then we have Netflix. Netflix is $14 a month. I split that with my husband, so my part is $7. So I'm gonna do $3 now and then $4 in my next paycheck. Now I could easily do the $7 in this one, but since I'm doing the 2 paycheck system, I'm just gonna stick to this. And then I have my car gas, and that is $80 a month, so that gets $40 in this paycheck. And that again, that fluctuates, so we'll see what it actually ends up being once I do my monthly or bi-weekly reviews. Then groceries, that gets $60 monthly, so that's $30 right now. So you're probably wondering why it's so low. It's, only because my husband does most of the grocery shopping when he leaves work. So he ends up shopping per day, like for whatever we're gonna have for dinner that night. So that's why it's this low. But I just have it as a budget because, for any specialty items that we might need, since we're both keto, sometimes we'll need like almond flour or, swerve for our desserts and stuff like that. So that's why I have this, and that's why it's so low. Then the next category is my pets. As you can hear them, they're making an appearance in this video. They want to be on TV, guys, or I don't know, on YouTube. So that they get $70 a month, but I'm doing $35 for this paycheck. Now the $70 a month might seem a little high for pets, but that includes their food, which is their dry kibble, their wet food, and that also includes their grooming services, which take place about every 8 to 12 weeks. So that's why it's like that. Then I have my spending fund, and that's $100 monthly, and that's $50 for this paycheck. Then we have my personal hygiene fund. Now you might be wondering why I have this separate from my personal spending fund, and that's just because I do need that. Since I am an actress, I have to maintain, whether it's my nails or my toes, so pedicures and manicures, and get my eyebrows done and all that stuff. And that's just something that I have to do, although right now I don't have them done because I'm currently shooting the 2nd season of Vida, and Yoli has a particular red nail polish that she uses, and for continuity purposes I can't really change my nails until we're done. So we'll be getting them done as soon as that's over. Yeah, so I have that, and that's $60 a month, and that gets $30 from this paycheck. And then I have therapy. I go to therapy twice a month, and that's $50 monthly because my copay is $25 every time I go, so it's $25 for this paycheck. So that is my monthly expenses. Then we're going to go on to sinking funds. So sinking funds, for those of you guys that don't know, at least from what I understand, from what I've read and from what I've been watching, sinking funds are variable things. So they're things that are going to come, that are going to come up eventually, but they're not a monthly expense. So you start saving for them so that you're not caught off guard when they do come up. So one of those things that most of us have is car maintenance. So car maintenance includes oil changes, if you need to repair a tire, your registration. So in my case, for example, I do $80 monthly for my car maintenance, but that's only because I have my car registration due in October, at the end of October, so that's why it's really high. After next month, it should go down a little bit. So this is getting $40 from this paycheck. Now, you can find out or estimate what your car may need, how to maintain it for a year. Mine is at $725, and that includes the $125 for my registration, which might go down by next year, but as of right now, I'm just estimating that. Then I have IMDb Pro. Now this, again, is one of those things that it has to do with the industry that I'm in. As an actress, I need to maintain IMDb Pro in order to keep my reel, my photos, just keep it updated, because if you don't have one, your photos actually disappear. So it's just something that I have to pay for, and that's $104 a year. So right now I'm saving $18 a month for it because it's due in March, which gets $9 on this paycheck. Then I have my corporate taxes. That is another industry thing. I have a loan out company, and it just helps to have one. Although I've stupidly had this for a while and I have not really used it, but I will start using it because I have a producing and writing partner and we need one of these. So I have to maintain it. So that's $50 monthly, so that gets $25 from this paycheck. Then I have SAG dues, another industry thing. SAG is the Screen Actors Guild, and we pay dues into it because it protects us, it's our union. And that I don't really know how much it is, but right now I'm just saving $50 a month for it, which is $25 from this paycheck as well. Then I have my health insurance. And my health insurance is paid quarterly. My part is $204. So it's $408 total for my husband and I, but I pay $204, and so does he. So that's $68 monthly, which is $34 for this paycheck. Then doctor co-pays. I give myself $26 a month. I just did that to give myself some simple math. It's $25 copay, but I'm doing $13 from this paycheck. And then I have my medications, and I allot myself $10 monthly, so it's $5 from this paycheck. Then gifts and Christmas. So for this category, it's $74 monthly, so I'm putting $37 from this paycheck. Then household fund. That goes to like paper towels, toilet paper, anything like that. That's $20 monthly, so that gets $10 from this paycheck. And then we have a clothing fund. And my clothing fund is $30 monthly, so that's $15 from this paycheck. That might actually go up next month. I don't know, I'm still figuring that out. Then I have toiletries. That's $20 monthly, and that gets $10 from this paycheck. And then we have my work fund. My work fund, again, is just something that I need. So that's $20 a month, and that's $10 from this paycheck. And then we have an emergency pet fund. Now, I know I have the pets category in my fixed expenses, but the emergency pet fund is for any emergency. I was originally going to get them pet insurance, but instead of doing that, I ended up just creating a fund for them so that I could just pay for it. Because sometimes some of the things that the pet insurance covers, I don't need to get done for them. And the things that I do need to get done for them, they don't cover. So I just felt like it was a waste of money. So I'm just saving $80 monthly, which is $40 from this paycheck. I'm whispering here because he's in the room right now. My husband's birthday is coming up. So I'm saving for that. And that gets $66 monthly, which is $33 for this paycheck. And then I have my iPhone. That I got into a lease stupidly, so I'm paying $35 extra on my phone bill, but I can try and get out of it earlier if I save some more money for that. So I'm saving $26 monthly for that, which ends up being $13 from this paycheck. So my final total for this is $979. So what I do is a zero-based budget, which is based on the Dave Ramsey method. A zero-based budget that means that you give every dollar that you earn for paycheck period a job. All of my expenses equal what I made for these past 2 weeks. And that will be broken down for you more in my monthly, my October budgeting, which you'll see in a few days. So there you have it, folks. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the bank and get the funds that I need in order to stuff my envelopes. I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm back. And I just realized actually that I made a mistake in my earlier math, and that's because I added the full amounts of rent and Capital One and Dropbox. So actual total instead of $979 was supposed to be $1,222, but $979 is what my total will be moving forward unless I have some changes. $979 is my regular income. I had to pull out a little bit of money from my savings in order to cover and catch up with this month so that I could start this sort of evenly. So as many of you know, if you've been watching my other videos, I'm currently on a TV series called Vida from Stars. So that income is aside from the monthly income that I make from my two other sources of income. That goes straight into a savings account, and then I disperse that to myself on a monthly basis, if not just completely save it if I don't need to tap into it. But if I do it for some reason I'm short per month, I just tap into it to just cover my monthly expenses and sinking funds, but then it just normally stays there, you know, in order to have a savings for that. So there you have it. So now I'm going to go ahead and begin the stuffing of the envelopes. Now these I got at Amazon.com. I will link them below if you like them. I don't know how I feel about them yet. They're paper, they're not laminated, so we'll see how long they last. I had to alter them a little bit, so I just decorated them with a little bit of the washi tape or masking tape. I'm not really sure what you guys call it. But so there we go. So I have my cheat sheet on the side that I will be looking at, and let's start. So for rent, it gets $450. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 50. Why is it just doing that? Oh, I forgot to shut my phone off. Sorry, guys. Why is this being... There we go. And if you saw that on my phone, those are my babies, my puppies. That's Pebbles, that's baby, that's Pebbles. Okay, the next one is Capital One, and Capital One gets $26. So that's 25, 26, 20, 25, 26. That gets his full amount since it's due on the 5th. I think I actually put the 3rd because I like to have it just a little before in my debit or in my checking account. So the next category is Dropbox, and that gets $10. Again, that gets its full amount just because it's due in the beginning of the month. So there we go. Oh, you know what I'm not doing? Okay, so JK guys, I'm just gonna write it down quickly just so I know when I'm putting this in. So today's the 30th, and I'm gonna write in the amount that I'm putting in and then the balance. So since I'm just starting this today, it's gonna be the same balance as what I'm putting in. So that's $450, that's for rent. Capital One gets 26. Dropbox. And if you can hear some noise in the background, my husband's in the room watching football, just FYI. That gets 10. I'm filming on a Sunday, guys. What can you do? Although my Cowboys played earlier, so I can't say anything about that because they won. What? Okay, Spectrum gets 13. So 1, 10, and that's 13. Yep. That's 10, 11, 12, 13. Why do these little things, see, this isn't gonna work for me because it gets stuck and that annoys me. 30, 18, and that gets 13. Okay, and then we have Esurance, and Esurance is 33. So again, it'll be 33 this paycheck, and then it'll be 34 the next paycheck to make up for the 67. So it's 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. I have a lot of categories, guys, so bear with me. I feel like I'm one of the ones that has the most categories from at least the other YouTubers that I watch. They don't have as many categories as I do, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just have so much. There we go. David's Bridal get 55 because that's almost done. I'm really excited about them. 55 for David's Bridal. DirecTV gets 25. And I have a cheat sheet, so I have to keep looking off to the side. So if my voice sounds a little bit further sometimes, it's because I'm doing that. It's a lot of categories to remember. So it's 9, 30, 18. So 25 for that. And then IRS gets, oh my money. No, IRS gets 27. They are no joke, you guys. I mean, I knew they were no joke, but Jesus. So 25, 26, 27. And they couldn't find me for a while because I moved, and my roommates ended up accepting the letter on my behalf even though I hadn't lived there in a minute. So they were charging me interest because of that, because I just found out about this last year, and that was from 2014, and I just found out in 2017 about it. So good times, you guys. Good times all around. So that is 27. So there we go. Then we have T-Mobile, and T-Mobile gets 50. That's 20, 40, and 50. 20, 40, 50. Okay, Netflix gets $3, a whole $3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I feel so silly just putting $3 into this, but whatever, that's how it breaks down. And we have gas, so that gets 40. 20 and 40. Now, there are a few of these envelopes that are going to go in my purse, and this is one of them. So, or not my purse, in my wallet, which goes in my purse. You know, you get the drift. So these, I'll show you how that works out. I actually ended up getting this wallet at Target from What Who Wear. Yeah, What Who Wear from Target. And I'll show you the wallet in a little bit because it fits the envelopes really well. Where are we at? This is car gas. That's $40. Okay. Then we get groceries, and that gets 30. That's 20, 30, so 20, 30. Emily Martha is with me, who helps me edit my videos, and I think this is like probably like the most boring thing she's ever seen. But I tell her that this is like my jam. Like, I can watch videos like this for like days. And again, I mean, those videos inspired me to save. So maybe, Emily Martha, they'll inspire you to save too. So pets gets 35, 20, 30, and 5. That's 20, 30, and 5. And actually some of this is gonna get used because I need some dry kibble. I mean, they still have some, but they're gonna run out of it soon. So that's 35. There we go. We have spending fund. Spending fund gets 50. It's 20, 40, 50. 20, 40, 50. So I give myself $100 a month. I'm not sure that that's actually gonna be enough because I do tend to eat out a lot for lunch, especially because I'm keto, so I tend to fast most of the day. I fast about 16 hours, and I don't have my first meal until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I generally go pick up something from Pollo Loco, In-N-Out, or Chipotle, which are really keto friendly. And then I have dinner with my husband, who's also keto. So we'll see how this works with the 50 every 2 weeks and 100 a month. We'll see. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So there we go. And then we have personal maintenance, or personal hygiene, as I have it written down over there. So that's 20, no, that's actually 30. $30, that's 20, 30. Those are my doggies again in the background. They're just shaking themselves out a little bit. So this is 30. Okay, and then the final category for my fixed expenses is therapy, and that gets 25. It's 20 and 5. Which reminds me, I actually have to reschedule an appointment since I had my tooth removed last week. I had to cancel. I have to do that. I'll write that in. I was wondering if I should share that I go to therapy, but like, I don't care. Like, it's what I do. I need to share my emotional baggage with someone, you guys. That's all I'll stay sane most of the time. Okay, so now we're going on to the other funds, the sinking funds. I call them the fun funds, but they're not really for fun. They're really for like emergencies and stuff. But I don't know, for some reason I consider them fun because I get to save and then it doesn't surprise me at the end of it. Okay, so car maintenance. Car maintenance gets 40. 20 and 40. And again, this will probably go down once I pay off my car registration because I only need $725 for the year. Then IMDb Pro gets $9. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and that goes in here. I bribed Martha over to my house today with food. Next time I'm gonna have to one-up it with sushi, you guys. Martha, if you weren't here, what would you be doing right now?
Sleepy.
Oh, well, there you go. So, I don't feel so bad. Corporate taxes gets 25.
Yeah.
Do you think other people are interactive with other people while they're doing this? Probably not. But I feel bad, you guys. I feel like I need to entertain her. She's like here just like watching me. It's like she's probably thinking this is like watching like paint dry for her. You laugh that way because you know it's true. You know that's what you're feeling right now. Okay, so SAG dues get 25 as well. 20 and 5. And that's actually coming up soon, and I don't feel like it's gonna be super high because I wasn't really working that much earlier this year, but then I just started Vita in August, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, but we'll see. So that's 25. Then we have health insurance gets 34. 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, and 4. See, this is why I've filmed this 3 times, because I miss stuff. And I'm paying attention, you guys. Sort of, I think. I don't know. So this is 25. Medical copays, or doctor copays. Then I have medication, and meds get 5. So $5 for this. So that's 9, 30, 18, and that gets $5. Hopefully I won't have to use them as much as I have been using them. Then gifts and Christmas, that gets 37. So that's 35, 36, 37, 20, 35, 36, 37. We have a pretty big family because now, since I've been married, now I have my husband's family and then my family as well. I mean, they're my family too, but I'm just saying it's just like, so we have to shop for his side of the family and then my side of the family. So it's a little bit more. So I just have to save a little bit more for that. So that's $37. Okay, then household fund gets $10. See, Martha, for people who like to plan, this is like porn. Clothing fund gets 15. Am I right, guys? Or is that just me? 10, 15. I'm trying to keep it PG, you guys. I can't seem to do that. So that's 9, 30, 18. Okay, then toiletries gets 10. Again, my clothing fund and my toiletries and maybe even my house fund might go up next month. I'm not sure. I have a lot of things to do. Okay. Hey guys, so I'm back. So I had to take a little break because I realized that I had a lot less money than I needed to finish stuffing my envelopes, and I found the culprit, which is the medical co-pays. I ended up actually giving it its full amount of $25 per month as opposed to the $13. So I'm just gonna go and redo this one. So that's 13, so that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So that just needs to be corrected. You guys don't understand how much it bugs me that I just had to do that. Yeah, okay, oh well. Oh well, it's okay, it's okay, Liz. Things happen, mistakes happen. Let it go, let it go. Okay, so I was on my work fund. So work fund gets $10. That's $10 on the work fund. I need a minute just to breathe. I need a minute. Who is calling me? So pet fund gets $40. That's 20, 40, $40. That's 9. 2. Okay. That. Okay. And then my husband's fund gets 33. 10, 20, 30. That's 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. So 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. I swear, guys. Okay. And then finally, my iPhone gets 13. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I have $1 left over. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna put it in my spending fund. Don't worry about it. It wasn't there. You don't see this, okay guys? Just pretend like you do not see that. I swear I do math sometimes with my calculator. So this gets $13, okay? And so now that, since I have an extra $1, guess what? That's gonna go into my spending fund. Ooh, there we go. I get an extra whole $1, you guys. That, and we'll just add $1. $1. And there you have it, folks. My monthly expenses and my sinking funds. So I wanted to actually show you before we're done wallet that I use. This is again from Target. I got the idea from Melissa Nicole. She only has one with one compartment and mine comes with 2. So I'm going to show you which ones go in my bag and how well they fit into it. So the ones that I take with me, I'm actually, since rent is coming up, my dogs again, and birds are chirping, you guys. Which means wrap it up, Les, wrap it up. So rent is going to go into my bag, Capital One and Dropbox because these are due this coming week. Then I'm going to get my spending fund, my car gas, my groceries, pets because I need to get them some food, and then the rest stays in here. So then all of these go into my bag. So normally the ones that I keep in there are spending, car, and groceries. The rest are just going in because of where this is landing today. So spending goes where my debit card is, which I'm still struggling whether to keep it with me or not. I'm kind of afraid to leave it at home just in case of an emergency, but we'll see. And then car, gas, and groceries generally goes over here, or would go, because generally I'm I'm making it sound like I've been doing this for a long time, and I haven't. Like, this is the first time I'm doing this. So this goes right here. So I'm gonna actually switch it over to this side and then put the other things that normally would not go into my wallet on the other side of it, since those have to go back into the bank. And that's one of the things I wanted to explain. I do have a checking account, and I just pull out the money that I need per month, or that's what I'm hoping to do per month, and then just go back and deposit it once it's gonna be due. Since the bank is just right around the corner from where I live, it's not a big hassle to do that. And I keep a buffer in there just in case I don't get to deposit some of the things in time, so you know it won't like overdraw me or anything like that. So there you have it, folks. That's the end of the stuffing. Hey guys, so I'm back again. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. That was my first stuffing of the envelopes, or cash envelope stuffing. I'm not really sure what the correct terminology is, but that's my bi-weekly breakdown for the last 2 weeks of September. I know it's a little late. I just wanted to do it because I am playing catch up, and I wanted to get it done before I did my next paycheck, which will be the week of October 7th. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be coming back with my monthly breakdown at a later time. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so now, and then ring my bell. And if you want to follow me on any of my other social media platforms, they'll come up around this area at the end of the video. Thanks again for watching. See you next time. Bye.